Julia did the empathetic debate course, and she formed the debate club at Spalding High School, and now going off to college, she has joined the debate club at her college. And the empathetic piece of it has made her a better listener, it's made her a better communicator, it's made her a much more effective debater. And there are many times where she has said she went into something with an entrenched idea of a view and then came out of it at least understanding the opposing view a lot more and saying, wow, I get where they're coming from. It might not completely change her view, but it is a hell of a starting point.
At FFI, we help youth become the best versions of themselves so they can help their communities become the best version of itself. These youth are the future CEOs, board members, and political leaders who will transform their communities. Friends Forever International began in 1986 with a vision to confront these challenges by empowering young people to lead with empathy, resilience, and communication. Decades later, we still believe that by equipping youth with the tools to understand and connect, we can build a future that is stronger and more united. We show young leaders that listening to others with respect and empathy is the foundation for building stronger communities and more compassionate societies.
You definitely need to be a kind leader in this world. You need to be empathetic towards other people and just know how other people would react. A simple thing like kindness can go a long way.
There are so many different types of people from different backgrounds, and you may not agree with what they all say, but you should try to understand to the best of your ability.
Empathy is not just step into somebody else's shoes and understand them, but empathy is a tool that you can use to enhance yourself, to enhance the bonds you have with people, to make a better environment.
In New Hampshire, FFI has worked with youth from every county, building a network of future leaders who are committed to fostering understanding and respect in their schools, neighborhoods, and beyond.
I've learned so much and I've grown so much as a person. My mom has noticed this. My family members who I don't even see that often, they notice the change to become a better person and to have a positive impact on others around me.
By connecting students, families, and communities across all backgrounds, FFI ensures that education doesn't stop at the classroom door. It extends into every part of our state, creating lasting, meaningful connections.
I have met a lot of people that are from different parts of New Hampshire. I never realized how far away they are until they tell me they're from like Keene, New Hampshire, or like White Mountains. I didn't know that FFI could like grasp people from so far away, but it's not even that far, it's just local.
Being in a group of like teenagers and just spending a lot of time with them made me realize that I'm not always the best communicator, and this program definitely helped me communicate my needs and just speak up more.
Through teamwork and hands-on experiences, our participants learn that being part of a team helps them become the best version of themselves. As they grow as individuals, their communities grow with them.
I learned a lot of valuable teamwork lessons. I've learned to be more mindful of my surroundings and to take part in not only just my community, but other communities as well.
Just like in all of our immersion programs, the participants that are accepted live together, taking care of their home, cooking, cleaning, and relying on each other and working as a team.
I know students who have been struggling with their credits and wanting to find a better opportunity of not only doing an online course. I feel like this program is a good way for them to be outside, meeting others, but also having that educational part. It builds that responsibility in you.
FFI is now the largest out-of-school, in-person provider of high school credits in the nation, providing students in New Hampshire with a unique and unprecedented opportunity to develop a lifelong love of learning that combines the rigors of traditional schooling with the flexibility of alternative educational pathways.
We went to tons of different locations and talked with professionals and got a little insight into what their job looks like.
I've had a wonderful experience working with the teens that have come through here. You see their faces light up. You see so many of them say, that's the first time I feel like I've ever breathed, the first time I've ever felt like in my body.
There's something to be said about programs that are outside of a school because more often than not, the kids want to participate. They are actively choosing these paths.
This year, we've expanded our offerings with 2 programs that involve trips outside of New England. The first was called the Road Trip of Resilience. This involved exploring topics in children's literature, human rights, stories of resilience, and music and activism. Participants journeyed from their home state in New Hampshire to New Orleans, engaging in stops along the way.
It's definitely not normal to just get credits from going on a road trip, but it was also more impactful because you learn so much in that 10-day span. I've learned a lot more from an FFI program than I pretty much ever will from a school, just sitting in a classroom.
Previous to the road trip program, I had never been outside of New England. Boston was the only large city I had known. So being able to see cities like Birmingham and Atlanta and New Orleans, it was a breath of fresh air to witness what culture was like on a larger level. How communities can be vastly different in what their needs are, and how similar we can be in how we're connected.
Students also were offered the opportunity to spend a week at our hub in Annalong, Northern Ireland as part of a cultural exchange program that included learning about the impact of public art on society, dialogue through cinema, and individual goal setting.
We learned about the history of the region, the people there, and specifically, I guess, how they approach conflict with each other, the troubles. Discussing that was a pretty focal point of the exchange itself. Basically just took lessons from that and how we can maybe apply that here in the United States.
I envisioned places like this to be so much different in the way that they view things like conflict and violence. Their struggle largely reflects those happening within civil rights movements in the United States. It was unifying to understand that there are people all over the globe experiencing the same kind of hardships and seeking peace in just the same way that we are here.
And FFI continues to bring students from Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland to New Hampshire every year as part of our unique immersion program. New Hampshire is becoming a beacon of change, with youth who are shaping a brighter, more compassionate future, one that reaches far beyond our borders. These participants are setting an example for the nation and the world to follow.
I wish that we had found Friends Forever earlier. My daughter, it was so beneficial to her in so many ways.
When she got the chance to go to Ireland was amazing. I didn't think she was ever going to have that experience, us not really having that much money.
These programs are actually free, and there's so much opportunity and so much benefit. In some ways, it sounds a little too good to be true.
Friends Forever International is building the next generation of global leaders. With campuses in Northern Ireland, Belize, and New Hampshire, we are laying the groundwork for a future where youth lead with empathy, resilience, and a commitment to positive change.
It's nice to have that little community that's just going to keep on growing.
The world has a lot of stories. It's very rich with culture and understanding, and sometimes people can be closed off to these ideas, but through FFI, I feel that both me and the people I've been around have been opened up to not only understanding their own opinions and conversations, but being able to host those with others. I believe that FFI is building and creating leaders that are compassionate and willing to listen.
The more people we have, really, the more impact we're able to make. And I know so many people in the programs who are definitely staying forever involved with FFI. I think I'll be involved with FFI until I'm gone, just because of how much it has helped me and other youth in general. And if we just keep that going, no one can stop us.
We believe in the power of young people to create a world that is not only more connected, but more compassionate.
Friends Forever International.
Friends Forever International.
Friends Forever International.
Ireland and Northern Ireland Immersion Program.
Global Immersion Program.
Nationwide Immersion Program.
Credit-bearing programs.
Friends Forever International.
World Peace Grow Locally.